The men were right. So I have a lot to say to the females that it's probably going to make you guys upset. And I'm so sorry. I'm not going to hold your hand. I just got to say it. Because as a 304, there's so many things that I notice that you guys do wrong as civilians. Let's address the elephant in the room first, okay? Because you do not charge a price does not make you better than the ones that do. In fact, the men are saying that you're easy. They're like, oh, she gave it up so fast. But really, you liked them. That's why you did it. But they're not looking at it as she liked me, so she did this. They're looking at it as you are easy, that anyone can get it because they don't value themselves, first of all. Two, hookup culture never, ever benefited the woman, ever. It's just a bunch of women who are hooking up with these men and attempts and aspiration to go further, or they're just going with the flow. If you let him get it without any barrier to entry, that's what he knows you as. The easy, I can call her up, it doesn't take anything, not even a fruit cup, not a Happy Meal. Also, a lot of you guys are very male-centered and men have gotten into your head, okay? You're saying that it's a problem with putting a price on it. They're saying it's a problem with putting a price on it because they can't afford it. That's why they're trying to humble you into thinking that you don't deserve anything, that you should just be giving it up. But with that logic, wouldn't that make you easy? Because you're not even getting a ring.
So, besties, if you want to learn about men, you need to find out from the women who deal with men on a regular basis. A group of former sex workers came out to expose everything they learned about men during their field of work. Someone said the best way to date men is to date like a sex worker, is to date like an escort. These beautiful women are coming out to give women dating advice concerning men. Now get a piece of paper, get a pen, and jot things down. If you're a woman, make sure you watch this video till the end. Like I would say, the best advice will come from the women who deal with men on a regular basis. These women have so many experiences and so many things they have been through in their field of work with these men, which they are coming out to share to you guys so you guys can learn. A quick disclaimer, not every woman in this video is a sex worker or has been into sex work.
The less you do for a man, the more he does from you. And this is something I learned directly from being a dominatrix. These men would come in, they would pay me, and some of them honestly would think they owned me for that hour because they paid me. And so it was like, I want you to do this. I want you to spank me. I want you to do this. And I would just sit in the chair and blow on my nails and wipe it on. And I'm just like, you done?
That would drive them insane.
And I was like, I feel like reading a magazine, actually. You know, I know we have an hour together and you did kind of pay me, but I don't like your tone. So until you fix that and get on your knees and give me a reason to get out of this seat, I'm not getting up. And then all of a sudden, I'm sorry, goddess. What do I do? You want me to get you water? What do you want me to do?
5 things I have learned from being an escort for 1 year. Yes, I've been an escort for 1 year, many years ago. And for sure, it was not the best year of my life. It was quite traumatizing. But I've learned a lot of things about men and men's sexuality. And I think every woman should know these things. Number 1, I don't want to speak in absolutes, but nearly every man either has gone to escorts, will go to an escort, or has thought about going to escorts. If all men could afford going to escorts, more men would go. Men will believe whatever they want to believe and whatever soothes their ego. They will believe that they're amazing in bed, that they are so attractive, that the escort is actually liking them or falling in love with them. None of these things are true. Escorts are amazing actresses. No matter how boring and sexless the marriage is, men will not leave their wives basically out of comfort. They will complain about them and they will seek sex outside of their marriage, but they will not actually leave. Number 5, I know people, especially girls, will hate me for this, but this is the sad truth. New pussy is always the best pussy. There's something in the male biology that they love novelty when it comes to sex. So they can have the most beautiful, intimate connection with their partner. A new pussy always gets them the most excited. This doesn't mean men have to cheat. A lot of men do control themselves for many amazing right reasons, but it doesn't change the fact.
Ladies, I don't know if you're aware of that, but most men use dating apps to find free ass workers. Yes, I know that hurts, but that's actually the truth, okay? The truth not a lot of women want to hear. You see, I'll portray it this way. When you're on a dating app, first of all, you come across as desperate. What are you doing on a dating app? A man is literally one of the easiest thing to get in a woman's life. So what are you doing there? And you have to know that men, when they see you on a dating app, they see you as a free product. They're like, it's a catalog, it's like a magazine, and they're like, oh, not this one, not this one. And most of the time, it's not this one. Most of the time, they choose everyone because they want to maximize their chances. Because what it actually does is that it creates the illusion of the choice. And because of this illusion, they don't really take you seriously. They think like, you're just another one. So whether they simply don't want to chew their food alone at the restaurant, or they want more, they want to spend the night with you, they want to spend the evening with you, you are just a free-ass worker at the end of the day. And I'm so sorry to say that, because I don't want to say that. I don't want to insult anyone, or I don't want to hurt anyone. But the thing is that this is actually the truth, and I don't hear a lot about that, because many women are not aware of that.
Thank you, because women will swear up and down how dangerous sex work is. And of course, it can be dangerous, but statistics show that the number one person that is in danger is a woman that is living with a man, okay? Not an escort, because the thing about it is that when you are an escort, when you work in sex work, you know what you're getting yourself into. So you are taking the necessary precautions. Women are going out in the dating world, not taking precautions, not even questioning or wondering, is this even going to be a safe person? Is this even a person that has good intentions for me? When you work as an S worker, you're already prepared. You're already prepared because you know how men are. You know how men can be. And this is why they always have this stigma that's attached to S workers, because they want women to be ignorant. They want women to be ignorant victims and not take the proper precautions that it would take in order for them to protect themselves. These dating apps are fucking a breeding ground for predators. Okay? These men are lying, giving you a fake name so that way their criminal records can come up clean. They're using other people's pictures. They're using old, outdated pictures, trying to portray themselves as family men. Meanwhile, they lost custody years ago. Meanwhile, they're on the SA offender list, CSA offender list. I mean, I don't understand why women are still fucking using these dating apps. I really don't understand why they're using them. I feel like at this point, if you are a woman that's using a dating app, you're asking for something dangerous to happen to you. You're practically asking for it, because these men can portray whoever they want to portray behind a fucking screen. They could say whatever it is that they want to say. And have we not seen story time after story time after story time on how a lot of these situations start from fucking Hinge? Just behind about every horror story, dating horror story, horrible divorce, the story is always starting off with, so we met on Hinge. That should tell you something. And yet these women are fucking addicted to the dopamine kick that they're getting from these fucking dating apps, because they want validation so bad. And these women are literally willing to risk their lives to get some goddamn validation from a man who literally is trying to get punani from them for fucking $20 in an hour of their time and maybe 2 weeks worth of text message investment. Women need to wake the fuck up. Honestly, like, they need to wake up. It's getting insane. I can't. Just a week ago, there was a girl that I saw and she was on Hinge, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, the disparity, the absolute disparity. You see the femicide rates are up. You see what they're doing with Project 2025. You see what they're doing with the Big Beautiful Bill. You see all of these things that they're fucking doing to further subjugate women, and women are still willfully choosing to play this fucking game with men. I do not get it. It's a sickness.
Do you know the scope men use to get some of you for free? When you ask them for money, they will now say, hey, you be a show, why they asking for money? You too, mumu. Hey, not sure. You now want to prove. You now want to prove that you are not Olosho by being an Olosho without sense. Are you with me? Instead of you now, because you want to prove that you're not Olosho, that you carry your bag and go home. Because there is no way you're asking for my body, because why are you asking me for my body? Am I your wife? Am I your girlfriend that you have spent money on? Why are you asking me? Instead of you now to carry your bag and say, let me go home. Oh. I'm not Olosho. You will now, just to prove that you're not Olosho, you will now open your leg down. Based off of promises, you are a mugu. Times 10. If you keep yourself down, men will use you, use your money, use your body, use your soul. They can even use your family members if you're not careful. I got a message from a girl yesterday. It's a small girl. And I get a lot of message requests. Can I talk to you, Tara? I'm sorry, I can't really respond to everybody because I'm trying to guard my mental health. A lot of your stories are, it cuts deep. It's so deep. A lot of your stories are painful to hear. It is painful. I feel so mad. I feel rage. Now, a man will meet you 5 seconds ago and feel entitled to your body immediately just because I have plans for you. Just because, I want to be in a relationship with you. Just because, I'm coming from abroad. So automatically you have access to my body because you are coming from the abroad, or because you promised me money, or because you promised me relationship. It's just being your girlfriend the leeway for you to have access to my body. What about the things you are supposed to do first? I thought men go and pay bride price first before they will carry a wife. You want to carry a wife first before you pay bride price. How is it possible? You are men until you are asked to be men. You went to meet a small girl, and you are the girl. You say you promised her even a net. You've not fulfilled any of your promises. You want to start having intercourse with her. And bear in mind, once a man has done anything he wants to do with you, his interest has died down. Like, bear that in mind always, always, always. Unless he really likes you. And if he really likes you, he wouldn't rush you. He doesn't mind giving first if he really likes you. So he doesn't like you. So if you give it to him on the basis of promises, you have lost. Now a lot of men, they lose. If you not ask them, what about the promise you gave me? Are you be Olosho? Why they ask me for money? You they Chris? What do you mean? That's the scope they use. Once you ask them, what about the money you promised me? They want to shame you and call you too. I'm not Olosho, but you don't want to put leg down for free. Sure, my dear. Shogi. Because I don't want him to call me names. Please, because you like to pride yourself. I'm not sure, but you don't open leg down for free. I shall don't go home with small money. We could take care of yourself. Who come be mumu? Yeah, come and go and sit down yourself and wising up. They know they give man first. You dey hear am? Them know they give man first. Open your ears. No give am. If he likes you, like I said earlier, he doesn't mind giving first. Then once he gives you, give him. I'm not talking about your just a body, please. Give him your time. If your man takes care of you, take care of him very well. Cook food for him, make it chop. He deserve am. Now do what they call those ones. Cook for him, make him chop, make him belly full. Anything you can do for him, do it. Okay? But never before he has done something for you. That is why a lot of you are falling victims of these men that will use you. Open your ears and wising up.
So this was essentially the first lesson I learned in women's studies my fall semester, sophomore year of college. From my amazing Professor Bambi, who OG feminist, I'm talking y'all, she's one of those girls. And excuse me for being blunt, but this is literally how she taught us. And she was just like, men are going to treat you based on how much they want to fuck you. And that was one thing I loved about her style of education, is that she was a very well-spoken educator. She was a doctor, literally. But she also just didn't have a problem being blunt and saying it like it was. This is one of the reasons why men can be so cruel to women they don't find attractive or don't find attractive anymore. This is one of the reasons why men can be so cruel if their wife starts to gain weight and she doesn't seem as sexy as she used to be. There is so much pressure put on women to be considered attractive so that they don't get treated like shit from men. And what's even wilder is that this doesn't just apply to straight men, this also applies to gay men, because even though gay men aren't attracted to women, they still benefit from the patriarchy, participate in the patriarchy, and also do things to uphold the patriarchy. And men also do this to other men, even if they're straight. While they may not be attracted to other men, they will literally treat a man better if he looks more conventionally attractive, or if he seems more masculine or more manly than he does. But on the flip side, I remember in the same class with Professor Bambi, we had read, I don't know if it was a portion of a book or if it was a separate article, but I believe it was titled like The Power of Being Ugly, or like I'm Happy I'm Ugly. And essentially it was a passage talking about a young lady who found freedom in the fact that she wasn't considered beautiful as a woman. So essentially, because she knew she wasn't conventionally attractive, right, and she didn't necessarily fall into those confines, she then didn't have to put as much energy into beauty or trying to commodify herself to fit the male gaze, thus giving her more space and access to pursue other things such as like the sciences, so on and so forth, or other fields where women may not be as prevalent. These men aren't upset because this lady doesn't want to go out on a coffee date. They're upset because they are not attracted to her and they don't want to go on a coffee date with her, and they think she should be grateful for anyone asking her out. Unfortunately, so many people tie desirability as well as worth to your attractiveness.
I am a retired high-end escort, and I was also the madam of a really popular brothel in a big city in Texas. And most of the men who were clients, I would say like 98% of them, were nice guys. Yeah, shocker, right? These men thought that it was easier to just pay for companionship, pay for this intimacy, than to go out in the real world and continue to be eaten alive by women who were out there who were pretty much just after their money. Or just in general, just tired of being disappointed and not getting what they wanted. And so they knew that if they saw an escort, they would get what they wanted. No fuss, no muss.
Men only love slutty women behind closed doors. Since I made that video about, some women are just horny and don't want to have a husband, don't want to have a boyfriend, just want to be out here, hooking up because that's all we think we can get from you anyway. Men are like, oh, we need more women like you, and yeah, you should. That's fine for women to be, living like this, and all these other things, like as though they actually support horny women, or as though they actually support women who are, considered sluts, right? Like that very double standard, right? Like that women who are sexually expressed are seen as sluts, are seen as whores, are seen as not wifey material. Like, what's her body count? There's all this stigma, all this shame that gets associated with women who are fully sexually expressed. In addition to, if men truly loved women who were sexually expressed, women who were considered slutty or horny, like, you wouldn't be unaliving sex workers. You wouldn't be disrespecting sex workers. You wouldn't say things like the ultimate insult is for your daughter to be, on the pole. You wouldn't be essaying people who are in the sex industry. Like, you hear women say that they're interested in sex, and then that's all you can hear. Right? That's all you guys heard from my video. You probably didn't watch the whole video. You probably just saw the title and were like, yeah, this is great, but you didn't watch it. You didn't hear anything else. Because once you hear a woman say that she is interested in sex, that's all you can hear. Like, she's no longer intelligent, she's no longer brilliant, she's no longer enterprising. She can't be, you're one-dimensional. You already objectify every woman you see. But a woman who actually says that she's interested in sex, you objectify the fuck out of her. So women can't be sexually expressed. You make it dangerous for us to be sexually expressed. Like, I'm hot as hell, right? But if I go out wearing a skin-tight dress and walking in these streets and being fully, as sexy as I could be, it's not safe for me. It's not safe for me because y'all are going to start harassing me. It's not safe for me because you don't take no for an answer. And so if I have men talking to me, the minute you start talking to me, I'm in danger. The minute you start engaging in conversation with me, I don't know if I'll be able to leave that conversation safely. So bottom line is, women can't be out here expressing themselves sexually, saying to men, hey, I would like to just hook up with you and just have a no strings attached relationship. They can't do that because you don't make it possible for us to do that. You love slutty women behind closed doors. You love going to strip clubs. You love consuming porn. You love looking objectively at women who might be, wearing less clothing or whatever. Like, you love lusting after women. You love all of that. And you love all the benefit of exploiting women who are sexually expressed. But you don't actually protect or honor or fight for women in general. Because if you actually cared about, sexy women, you'd be fighting for reproductive rights, right? You'd be fighting for us to have safer streets. You'd be telling men to stop being so goddamn violent. You'd be fighting for, more tighter rape laws. Like, you would care about these things, but you don't care about these things, right? You don't truly care about these things. So don't come on my page, leaving these comments, saying like, oh, like, I support you, and oh, like, we love women like you. No, the fuck you don't. You unalive women like me.
So I'm going to let you in on some things I did as an escort, the most common things that people would ask me for. So the least common thing, which was actually really surprising to me, was dressing up. So a lot of clients would just want a standard GFE or a PSE, but then there was a few people that would want like a schoolgirl outfit, a secretary outfit. And in all honesty, it was on a rare occasion that people would request me to actually dress up.
The first advice I've gotten from these women is men are into sluts behind closed doors. A lot of men will come online and drag women who are into sex work, women who are strippers or whatever. They will drag these women, call these women hoes, do whatever they want to do to bring these women down in the eyes of other men and the eyes of society. They will even do it in the comment section. But behind closed doors, these men love these women. These men pay for these women. These men use these women to satisfy all of their sexual desires. And let me be honest with you guys, right? Men are only forced to drag ex workers because society has made them to condemn these women. Society has made them to look low on these women, and they think looking low on these women publicly is right. But behind closed doors, come and see how they treat these women. They are the highest women who get money out of men. These men give them money. These men do whatever they want. These women basically get whatever they want out of men. Publicly, they disrespect, shame, humiliate, demonize, and unalive slutty women. But behind closed doors, they love these women. They spoil these women. They do everything these women want them to do. Another thing I've learned from these women is men are transactional in nature. And I said it in one of my other videos. Nothing a man does for you comes for free. So when you're giving anything to a man for free, he labels you as stupid. He considers you to be stupid. These women who are getting money out of men for sex, or these men are paying these women for sex, they are coming out to expose these men for calling you stupid, for giving them your body for free. Because they believe that anything that has no value, they got it easily. Anything that is easy has no value. So you who is giving yourself easy to them, you have no value, and that's how they see you. They see you as a girl who any other man can get sex from freely. You're a woman, you're sleeping with a man for free, you're thinking you're doing it because you like him. This guy considers you to be stupid. He considers you to be easy, to be cheap, to be desperate. A woman who has no value because you're giving yourself to him for free, but he will willingly pay for it. Pay for sex from a sex worker and call you who gave yourself for free cheap and easy to this sex worker. This is what they are saying in this video. So learn. All of this being a good girl, thinking is going to give you some kind of, thinking is going to get you some kind of prize. It doesn't get you no prize. Most of these men will open up to a hoe. Most of these men will love a hoe. Most of these men will cherish a hoe. And you who is the good girl, you're going to get used and dumped. This is what they are coming out to tell us in this video. I'm not even telling women to be bad women. I'm just telling women not to be good women because they think it's going to get them a man. Don't be a good girl because you think being a good girl is what is going to get you a man. These men will sleep with anything. They'll choose anything. They'll pick anything. It doesn't really matter. Men are excited to sleep with a new woman at any cost. Men want to sleep with a new girl. Men want to sleep with a girl who, it doesn't even matter so long as you're a new girl. He is going to drop all of his standards down to the floor. The minute a man sees a girl who is willing to throw herself at him and give him free sex, he's willing to sleep with her, even if he's married, even if he's in a relationship. Like they said in this video, nothing excites a man more than you. Another lesson from these ladies is you don't know who you're dealing with. Nobody, you think you know a man. There is an escort, there's a hookup girl, there's a sex worker who knows that guy more than you know him. The things some of these men want to do in the bedroom, they don't feel comfortable doing it to their girlfriends and their wives. So they will do it to a hookup girl, they'll do it to a sex worker, an escort, someone they are paying for sex. They'll satisfy all of their sexual fetishes, all of the wild, crazy, dark sexual fetishes which they have. They feel uncomfortable showing this part of themselves to their partners, so they will rather show it to a sex worker. There are a lot of these women who know things about men that their partners don't even know about these men. You could be in a relationship with a man, you're married to a man, but you don't know he likes certain things in the bedroom. But there is a sex worker who knows everything your man likes in the bedroom because he feels comfortable showing her those parts of himself. He won't show that to you. Another thing I've learned from these women in this video concerning relationships, dating, and men is don't do anything for a man for free. That's just the simple truth. When you do things for men for free, they call you stupid and dumb. You need to be transactional like a sex worker. You need to work. You need to deal with men, be it relationship. You need to treat your relationships like it's a business. What are you getting out of this relationship? If you're not getting anything out of this relationship or being in a relationship with this man or even getting married to him, then what are you doing with him? What are you doing with him? Why are you dealing with someone who doesn't add value to your life? These women are telling women to only entertain men who bring value to your life. If these men don't add value to your life, then you shouldn't be entertaining them. When you're dealing with men, it's all about what they can provide you, because when a man is dealing with you, he's thinking about what you can provide him, what you can do for him, what you can give him, what he can get from you. He's not thinking about how he can please you or whatever. He's thinking about what he can get from you, especially from the beginning. And like I said, most of these men, they didn't fall in love with you because they came to fall in love with you. They fell in love with you by default. Maybe this guy was coming to just smash and ended up catching feelings. This is why a lot of you got into relationships and even got married. But what I want you to know is, most men, 99% of men, this is how they think, what they can get from you. So when you're dealing with men, you should be thinking about what you can get from them. Have this mindset, because that is the same mindset they have. These women really don't care. They don't care about this guy's feelings. They don't care. They may give him a listening ear, but all they care about is their money at the end of the day. Like, after you've poured out your heart and done whatever you have to do, or cried all the problems you have in this world to her, all she cares about at the end of the day is how much money you're giving, how much money you're adding to her pocket or to her bank account. This is why they are telling you to focus on what this man can give you. If this man isn't adding any value to your life, trust me, you don't want to deal. You don't want to deal. So deal only with the men who add value to your life. Another thing I've learned from these women is dating apps is a playground for predators, abusers, toxic men who are looking for free sex. Dating apps is a playground for men who want free sex from women. Men who just want to look for a girl who is desperate and sleep with. So if you're on a dating app presently right now, unsubscribe, delete the app, because you who is on that app, your picture on that dating app is a catalog for men to swipe through and pick you for free sex. Take note. I already knew that dating app is a playground for predators and toxic men who are looking for free sex, and these women have confirmed it. Another thing I want you guys to know is not only dating apps, social media. Men are using social media as a hunting ground for prey, as a hunting ground for naive, weak, desperate, vulnerable women who are needing their validation, who are needing love, who are in need for love, attention from these men. They will use it and get whatever they want from you. And if S-workers are telling you guys this, you guys need to take it into consideration. Being on that app is a detriment to you. One of the things these women said in this video, which really got to me, is the women who are at risk dealing with men are girlfriends and wives, are not actually the S-workers, because with an S-worker, she already knows what she's getting herself into. She knows she's going to meet this man for sex and he pays her money. She knows it's a business transaction. But with a girl who is going to meet a guy for the first time on a dating app, she's going on a date with this guy, she doesn't know anything about this guy, or she's getting in a relationship with this guy. This guy just wants to sleep with her, but he's faking his personality, pretending to actually want to be serious, but he just wants sex. So basically, she's dating this guy thinking he's committed when he just wants sex from her. He is using a relationship to scam her and get free sex from her. But he cannot do this to a sex worker. And this is what a lot of men want. They want you to be naive. They don't want you to demand for anything. They don't want you to ask for anything. They want to shame you when you ask for things from them, but they will willingly pay for these very same things to an S-worker. A man doesn't want to take you on a date. He doesn't want to pay for this. He doesn't want to pay for that. But if this guy is really, really wanting sex, he's going to go and pay for a sex worker. He will pay this woman whatever amount of money she wants because he wants it so badly. But this your very same boyfriend who claims to not know how to spoil you, who claims to be nonchalant, to be broke, to be this, to be that, he's going to pay that money to a sex worker. He will do these things for a sex worker, but he will not do it for you because you are the dummy. He is scamming you with a relationship to get free sex from you. So at the end of the day, who is the one losing? You're the one losing. And a lot of men don't want women to have this mindset because they want to keep using relationships to scam women for sex for free. They want to keep getting sex out of women for free under the pretense of a relationship, under the pretense of commitment. So they will lie, pretend, fake their personalities, fake a whole relationship if they have to, just to get sex because they know it is way more cheaper deceiving you and getting it from you for free than actually paying a hookup girl or a sex worker or an escort. If every man, for every time a man has to sleep with a woman and he needs to pay for sex, he knows it's going to be very costly for him to pay for it every day, every week, every month. But if he has a girlfriend, he's going to be getting it for free anytime he wants. You're basically a free sex worker, being a girlfriend or a wife. You're not protecting yourself. You're not taking precautions. In no other aspect, you're sleeping with this man without protection. This man is basically having maybe tons of sexual partners, which puts your health at risk. But a sex worker will definitely use protection. She will do it because she knows it is a business transaction. He himself will even use the protection because he doesn't want to contract an STI. But you, who is his girlfriend, you're at risk because he can be sleeping with as many partners as he wants and still sleep with you and give you an STD. So be very careful. Be very careful dealing with these men. It is more unsafe for you, the girlfriend and the wife, than the S-worker. The S-worker knows how to protect herself. She would, even if she's sleeping with a man, she will use protection. Even if she's doing whatever with a man, she knows what she's getting herself into. But you're getting into that relationship blindly. You're going on that first date blindly. You're dealing with this man blindly. You don't even know who you're dealing with. Another thing I've learned from these women in this video is how men have objectified women. How throughout their field of work, they felt objectified. They felt like they were just consumable goods. Consumable goods to please men. Consumable goods for men to get whatever they want to get out of them. Like, this is what I want you guys to know. 90% of men have objectified women. They have objectified women. Like, when a man meets a woman, it's what can I get from this woman? It's what can I get from this woman? Some of these men don't see you as their equal, like I always say. They see you as an object to satisfy them. And for a woman who has been into sex work, who has been an escort or an S-worker before, she knows all of these things because she sold herself to get money out of men, and she sees how men objectify her even during sex. Like, there was a video of a lady who came out to expose how she regrets sex work because she realized how men have objectified women to the point where even though she's in a relationship, she finds it hard to fully trust her man or believe that he truly loves her because throughout her field of work, men objectified her. And she even said some of these men will sleep with her like she's nothing. Like, they would choke her, just basically do the most to her in the most sadistic way. Some of these men will even rape her because at the end of the day, they have objectified her. They see her as an object to satisfy themselves. They don't see her as a human being. Even looking at this story of ladies who go to Dubai to get pooped on, to get money, when they come out and expose all of these stories online, their interviews on their videos on the internet exposing it, you hear how they say some of these men just want to poop on them, pay them to sleep with animals, sleep with dogs, sleep with all kinds of things, do horrible things, to eat poop and to eat feces. All of these things, these are some of the things these women go through. Some of the women even go through way worse, and they are coming out to expose how they felt objectified by these men. This video is basically exposing the dark sides of men, and it's being exposed by former S-workers, escorts, hookup girls, strippers. In fact, I love the fact that these women came out to share all of these things so that other women can learn. I truly appreciate these women. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We've come to the end. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Add more points. I'm dying to see them, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you.